What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back here. The day after the night before, man. We're here live and kicking, man. Bally's had to come off by now, man. You know what I'm saying?
That Bally's famous, you know.
Oh, man. The Bally had to come off, man, guys, man. But, you know what I mean?
One of those Bally's. I need that.
I'll get you out. I'll get you one. Don't worry. I'll hook up all the mandem. I'll hook up all the mandem. Everyone has to be ballied up on these streets.
The show everybody ballied up.
Yeah, man. Trust me, man. We got man like Musa. We got Ash at Old Trafford HQ. Are you in the car park, Ash? Are you in the car park?
Listen, mate, the car park's over there where you normally stand. Do you know what I mean? Listen, if you've never seen the car park, boys, that's where it is, just behind us over there. That's where I say he's standing. But now I'm at Old Trafford here. There's a drama call launch. And you know what? You wouldn't have thought we got beat by Grimsby yesterday. There must be 1,000 people turned up here today to come buy some merch with just a drama and a Man United badge strapped on. Do you know what I mean? And it's madness.
Just shows you, man. That's it, man. We're just a commercial club, bro, man. That's what we are, man. That's what we are, guys, man. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. Shout out to the people there. But the day after, I couldn't be seen in the streets. Ash, I've only just gone to get a trim. And when I've gone to the trim, man, I've seen about 10 people. And my barber shop, is about 5 minutes away, Musa. I've seen 10 people in 5 minutes. You know what I mean? One of them was a young girl and a mum. Shout out to them. You know what I mean? They were like, we're United fans. I was like, yo. And then the next one was an uncle from the mosque. And I said, I don't know, man. I don't know. Then there's another one as well. It was all madness, man. It was all madness, man. But we're here, man. We're here. We also got Elite Pundit here as well, man, to give the balance. Big up my guy, Elite Pundit. But I'll start with you, Ash, man. how are you feeling, bro? Like, I'm done, man. He's got to go. I don't know why he's not been sacked yet. We're hearing rumors that they're backing him. I mean, what you saying, bro? Talk to me, man.
Listen, let's be honest. I always look at us and how do we compare to the biggest clubs in Europe and in world football? What would Bayern do? What would Barca do? What Real Madrid do? Like, it'd have been gone. It'd have been gone after the Europa League final. It'd be gone before the Europa League final, for being honest. And I just don't understand. I was speaking to a guy there, an old guy, just before, and he was saying the same thing. He was saying we're not a proper organisation anymore. Like, there's no accountability at the club. Like, the fact that he can still stay in a job after being beat by a team in the 4th division of English football. That's shambles. Now, don't get me wrong. It was in isolation and it was in his first couple of months. I get it, but he's had 28 points from 29 games. It's sad. You know what? I'm saying there about Bayern, Barca, all them teams, but he'd be sacked at Burnley. He'd be sacked at Bournemouth. He'd be sacked at West Ham. I just don't understand that. I just don't get it. It's frustrating because you could clearly see yesterday Grimsby knew how to play against us. They knew how to play. They dominated us in that first half. They had the better chances. And I remember when they went 1-up, they looked like the only team that was going to go and get a second goal. And it's madness. And he's talking about the players. And, yesterday in an interview, he's saying the players clearly have spoke about what they want. Listen, those are your players that you've been training, that you've picked. Like, I can't blame the players. I'm sick of hearing about it's the players. Is it the players when he's picking Bruno Fernandes when we know he's going to get sold to Saudi next year anyway? We're keeping hold of him now and we're just trying to build something around it. It makes no sense. I'm just, honestly, listen, me and you had a long drive home back from Bilbao to Barcelona, and the entire way, we just understood then it was untenable. Like, this job, I don't understand how he can take us forward. I don't understand what he's going to do to miraculously turn this squad around that he's got right now. Because we're not buying any more players. We're not getting a midfielder. We're not getting another striker. We're not getting defenders. We might get a goalkeeper, a Belgian goalkeeper, from a small league who's not proven in the Premier League, not proven here. I'm frustrated, man. I'm frustrated. I've had enough, and I just don't understand how he stays in a job. Have we not sacked him already?
Bro, you know what it is for me? It's like, if Simon Stone, to be fair, I don't know how reliable he is, but he said here that Ruben Amorim starts backing of Alex Ferguson and the Man United board. Ratcliffe is prepared to give him Amorim more time to turn it around. But I just don't think we're at that stage, guys, man, where you can turn it around, man. I just can't see it, man. I don't know what you want to turn around. That's my kind of issue here. I'm just gonna mute you while you are, Mike, Ash. But I don't know, Musa, what needs to be turned around, like, you know what I mean? And you know what it is for me, it's the ideology of people saying that it's 2 games, bro. Like, it's not 2 games though. We've had last season and the form going into this season, bro. The problems have not gone away. Everything that we've seen from last season hasn't gone away. He clearly looks like a manager that is struggling to motivate the team. So if you can't motivate the team, I'm sorry, the situation is finished for you, bro. There's a video here of him. Apparently, it's like 2-1. He sat there behind the goal and he's just pondering life. I'm like, yo, this is your moment to get some information across, bro. And yes, it is Grimsby. There shouldn't be information. But at the same time, bro, he looks lost himself. So how can a misguided guide?
No, but he explained it. Man said, how can a misguided guide? You know what it is? He explained it yesterday, and this is why I think you said the other day that he's the poet, and the poet knows how to reel you in. Because yesterday, when he's come out and said what he said, and I've kind of broken it down, he said, look, you lot are asking me about the game and about tactics. I've lost the dressing room. That's what he's basically saying. He's saying, you lot are asking me about back fours, back five. Listen, forget all about that. I've got a group of international players, who are all playing at the highest level. Most of them have just only been at Old Trafford for less than a year. They came in last summer. Like whether it's Ugarte, Delay, Zertsky. There's a load of players that just came in last summer. I've brought in new players this summer, yeah. And even the new players are not looking the part. I've had them during the summer transfer window and pre-season. I've trained them, and they've come out like that when they know, like Eddie said this, the world media's on us. Everything we do is being scrutinized, and that's how they've come and represented. They don't want me. So
yeah, they don't want me.
He's saying, forget asking about back fours, back threes, because even with a back three, which I agree with Amorim saying back threes don't lose that game. That's going to have to do about a back three. As much as I say that it's hard for him to compete in the league, to get his ideas across in the Prem, but even what Amorim's saying is they down tools. Yesterday was down in tools. They want to play how the manager wants them to play. So that being said, you're not going to get rid of 22 players. He said, I've got to go. But he said, you know what? Let's get to the next game and we'll sort it out in the international break. The man said, we'll sort it out. And on top of that, guys, I don't know if you lot missed it. You see when, like, I'm done with Onana. I was defending Onana.
Oh, wow. I'll let you land it. It's a bomber, guys.
Listen, I was defending Onana on principle because I wanted De Gea to stay. But even at this level now, do you know what lost it? Not the fact that he conceded those goals for us or he done that fall. Do you know what made me lose it with Onana yesterday?
Yeah.
When Cunha was about to take his penalty, Onana gave him the ball and told him where to shoot. You guys go back and watch it. I don't think anyone saw it.
Nah, he didn't do that.
Onana passed Cunha the ball and told Cunha the keeper likes to... Listen, go back and watch it. And he told Cunha the keeper likes to dive a certain way. So Cunha's gone up there, and even though Cunha knew what he was going to do in his head, that plays with your mind. Because I'm thinking, Onana, why are you talking to my man? Just give him the ball. But he gave it to him and said a few words like he likes to dive to the right for something silly like that. So then
I know what you're on about.
Go back and watch it when he gave him the ball.
I saw that. Yeah.
This moment here when he was chatting to him.
I was screaming, why are you disturbing Cunha? Why are you arguing?
He was disturbing him.
Leave him alone.
He was disturbing him. Not thinking, what is he doing? So then, because watch that side. After Cunha takes the shot and he misses and he's walking back, watch the death stare he gives Onana. He looks back at him. Watch it. He gives him a death stare. That's when I knew it was confirmed. Because he looked back at Onana.
You do your job, man.
No. See, penalties, especially for kickers, is a psychological game you're playing with the goalie. You cannot, like, in that moment in time, any small thing can put you off. It can put you off. He's put it in his mind. Why you he didn't do that for any other player.
Brian, we saw that with Fernandez. The goalkeeper nudged into the referee nudged into him a little bit, and he skies it over the bar. Do you know what I mean? So you see,
that's the last kick. That's the most pressure kick of the game. He scores it. The match is over. Yeah. Why are you interrupting that whole thing? Get out of the way. Shut up. Like,
I'm with you.
Onana himself was atrocious in the he was horrific. I don't want to see this guy. I've never in my life watched a goalkeeper and uttered the words. As I was watching him, I was sitting down with my daughter during the game, and I was going to say things that.
Wow, you put your daughter through that,
bro. She was sleeping. She was sleeping.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Just sleep, guys. Don't worry.
She was sleeping. But I was like, I wanted to cuss this guy out simply because I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Seriously, because I would put in a better performance. I'm not kidding.
Yeah,
I'm not kidding. How many people crucified David De Gea when we played that Europa League final and he couldn't save one penalty? This guy got to about 4 and palmed them all into the goal. That's insane. That should not happen. You should not. We have no chance in this world with a goalkeeper at that level. No chance. 0%. First, forget it.
No, 100%. I can blame a lot on the manager, and I will absolutely cuss him out. But you see that Onana, bro, he was playing against us yesterday, bro.
I
But he
said he's doing match fixing.
He killed Ten Hag when it came to the Champions League. He did it in Champions League. There's no reason this guy should still be here. He has killed us several. Anytime we have any bit of momentum, any tiny bit of hope, this guy takes it away. Any tiny chance we can rescue a situation, he kills us. Completely kills us. So, listen, when it comes to Amorim, people know I like Amorim, right? And all that stuff. I personally don't care because everybody here has had a manager they liked or did not like at some point. And at some point, you're going to be like, maybe this guy's not working. And you saw him after the interview, at the end of the game, he said, maybe they don't want me here. He's already saying, maybe they don't want me. So it's up to the hierarchy. This is why I always try and focus on Ineos. It's up to them to now make their... The manager is telling you, these boys don't believe in what I'm doing.
Facts.
He has said it to everybody. At that point, it's not his fault. The manager of Manchester United is telling you after a game to Grimsby, is telling you, these guys don't fuck with me. What else is he going to do? He's told you, imagine if he's saying that in public, imagine what he's saying in private. They don't want him. Yeah. So at that point, what is he going to do? Sack himself? He can resign, possibly, which I think he's going to offer again. He's going to offer again.
Well, he would get more respect from me if he resigns.
Well, he's offered. He's already offered. I know. He's offered already to go. And Ineos said, we'll give you a chance. But I want to be honest. People, they gave him Sesko, Cunha, and Mbeumo. That's not enough of a chance. We have two diabolical goalkeepers. Our midfield is the worst in the league. We have two 30-year-old starting midfielders at Manchester United. And people don't want to talk about this. They want to talk about Amorim.
No, I get what you mean, yeah. We're not completing our squad, yeah.
It's not just complete. Our squad is diabolical.
So I'm not.
No, you know what it is, yeah. Let me tell you something. I think, you know what it is? We're viewing the squad as a 3-4-3 team. Facts. If we'd have played a better formation, hold on a minute. Let me land. If we'd have played a better formation and a team understood the method and what we're doing, I'm telling you now, we get more results. Hold on a minute. We get more results and we play better football. You're seeing a byproduct here of a team that is dysfunctioning in a system that is dysfunctional.
In the last 10 years, I've not seen Manchester United play consistent good football.
But we've never lost to Fulham. We've never lost to Fulham. We've never been knocked out in this stage in a competition.
Yeah,
in those last 10 years that you're saying all of this, we haven't got these bad records. What I'm saying is that we are crap. No, I get you. We are crap and we deserve to be crap. But you know what crap is at Man United? Finishing sixth.
That's not true. That's not true. Yeah, that's not true. Because under David Moyes, we finished lower than that.
Yeah, we sucked him after 9 months.
And we sucked him, and it got worse again. We went and spent a whole bunch of money, we hired LVG, who gutted our squad, and he did a whole bunch of nonsense. We've been doing
the FA Cup.
Hold on a minute.
We won the FA Cup under Ten Hag. What are we doing?
Yeah,
no. I'm listen. I'm refusing here, guys. I'll let Ash come in as well. Go on, mostly.
This is what happens here. We conflate the two things. We wasn't happy with Ten Hag because we wanted him to win the league. That's the standards we set for Ten Hag. So 1 minute though, when Ten Hag came third, we said it wasn't good enough. When Ten Hag in his first season won a Carabao Cup and went to the FA Cup final with City and was third, we said it wasn't good enough. If finishing third and going to 2 domestic cup finals is not good enough, what the heck is this?
Or even go one better with Ollie. If you want to. And we said that wasn't good enough as well. Guys. We were here cussing out Ollie saying, yo, he's finished second year, but that is by far not the standard year.
Were you happy? Were you happy with the football under Ollie?
I wasn't. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Were you happy with the football under Ten Hag?
No, I wasn't happy with the football.
You can finish top 4, right? It will be a false position. It can be a false position.
No, I'm not.
It can be a real reflection of how good your team is. We've seen this. We've seen this before. I'm not accepting what Amorim is doing, guys. Yeah. I just want.
You have to make that clear.
I want to make that very.
Are you Amorim out? Or are you done? Are you done?
I think he's given up. So there's nothing I can back there.
No. I'm asking you though. Are you Amorim out?
I don't think sacking is going to fix anything when it comes to Manchester United.
So you believe in it? Do you think you can get it right?
1 second, we got Garnacho. Okay. Garnacho, here we go. Fabrizio Romano. Let me just put out the news. Here we go, man. We got the here we go finally, man. Flipping out 40 million package. 40 million package for Alejandro Garnacho to Chelsea, done between Chelsea and Man United. Garnacho only wanted Chelsea and will sign a 7-year deal for fee close to 40 million package. Story from July confirmed. There it is. Garnacho. Some positive news at least, man. But is it a positive fee, though? I ain't going to lie to you. We could have got more than that.
I think we got the Hoyland news as well. Hoyland's got
Hoyland as well. Yeah, that one's
as well
close.
For the 40 million.
Yeah, that'll be 40 million as well, man. That's everyone's initial reaction. Let me tell you, Ash, you go first, Ash. Initial reaction to that.
40 million, I mean, we couldn't ask for much more. We were just in a situation where he wanted out, we didn't want him. It's frustrating though, having seen Chelsea give 50 million for Bino Gittins, and you see Elanga go for so much money, and it's just a frustrating situation we got put in. It just, I don't know. It's done, innit? Do you know what I mean? Don't worry about him now. We've got to move on. We've got more problems. He wasn't that big a problem, it turns out. So yeah, we'll move on.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah, I agree, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think we could have got more. I'm not gonna lie to you when I look at the fees that are going on around it. But you know what? We've got him off our books. He's gone now. And 7-year deal, though. Bloody hell. Chelsea are gonna be Chelsea are mad, To give Madness a 7-year deal like that is crazy, man.
I mean, obviously, they know what they're doing. The reason why they do that is to retain his value.
Retain the value.
That's why they do that. Because if they give him a 4-year contract, maybe say in 2 years, he'd be up for renegotiation for his contract, and then they have to give him more wages or something. But this way, they can keep his wages low for 7 years. And when they sell him, they get more profits. It's just business, which, to be honest, hands up, Chelsea are pretty good at doing. So they know what they're doing.
Yeah,
so
100%.
Well, I just want to make things very clear in regards to Amorim. I can't back him because 3 things. His style, the way he wants to play, requires a lot of work. In terms of players, whether people like him or not, it just requires a lot. And we don't have that in the squad. So you can't have it both ways. You can't say his style doesn't fit our squad and then say he has the players. He just doesn't have the players to play the way he wants to play. He's made some signings, but it's not enough. We only have one real wing back. And the other wing back we have, Ahmad, is not really a wing back. So
is Ahmad suffering, by the way, people? Or
is he suffering?
He's at a poor start this season.
He's had a poor start, but a lot of players have had poor starts this season. I don't know if he's suffering or he doesn't want to.
Brian, he's not improved a single player while he's been here. Like he's been here since before last.
Ash, I get it. You don't like Amorim. I don't disagree with you that he should go. I'm just saying for us to move forward.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's madness.
Needs to be a lot more productive than Amorim is useless. Once we get him out, which we will get a new manager, guys. Are we going to finally have a proper conversation on the squad building that occurs at this club? It's not a high enough.
The squad building has been good, though. I think the squad building has been good,
bro. I'm sorry. It's not been good. The squad building is trash. If we still have Onana and Bayern Diaz, our goalkeepers, the squad
no. The sales, yes. The sales, I agree with you. But are you telling me the players that we have bought, apart from Ogate, have not been good signings, yes or no?
Not just that. You know what, Saeed? No one gets it perfect. Clubs make mistakes. That happens. No one's got a 100% record on clubs. You know what I mean? It is good. You look at Lenny Yoro, decent signing. Dorgu, you'd hope. But again, he looks like somebody who's regressed at the club, which is madness to think that he's regressed. And it's one of those situations where Amorim, unfortunately, he's out of his depth, Brian. He's out of his depth. And, you look at managers, you look at Brendan Rodgers, when he was at Liverpool, he got to spend 300 million, never progressed. Liverpool, they sold him, they moved on. You look at clubs all around the world, if you're not winning, you're out. Like, what are we doing holding on to him? That's the thing that frustrates me. Forget about the squad, forget about everything surrounding it.
I can't forget about the squad.
Hold on, Brian. Hold on. Brian, look at Barcelona and the turmoil they've had at board level over the last 5-6 years. All the stuff going on with the financial issues and Sandro Vassell and all that, and then look at Bayern Munich and the corruption and Uli Hoeneß and the boards switching and changing and Oliver Kahn and all the issues over there. Look at Juventus, all the issues they've had. We're getting relegated and over the years. You can talk about, it's the board's problem, it's this problem. At the end of the day, it starts at the manager. If you get a decent enough manager, a good enough manager, then he's going to improve the club and he's going to improve the players, because the manager just turns around and he just says to the players, he says, look, listen, lads, forget about all that noise above us. Listen, what we deal with is business on the pitch. That's what we deal with, and get that business done on the pitch. Unfortunately, Amorim's just admitted to us.
Grimsby Town.
Listen, Amorim's just admitted to us that he can't get his players up for Grimsby Town. That's what he's just admitted to us. His players are thrown in the towel against Grimsby Town. Not just that, starting with a back five against Grimsby Town. That's criminal. That a back five.
And that's the problem. The spare man was a defender. Like, why do we care about having spare man on the ball who's a defender? And the reality is this, man. Then whenever Man United finish in the top four, and we complain about style of play, that's the luxury. That's the luxury that a big club has, that you could be finishing in a Champions League position, finishing second or third in the league, and complain about the style of football. You see that clubs that's not big, like when you're not a big club, you don't have that luxury. You see, that's why when I see teams like West Ham sacking David Moyes, playing around with flipping people like Potter, you don't have the luxury for style of play. You just want to stay in the league and win. Because if not, you're going to get relegated. So when Man United fans come out and say, we were finishing second or third, and that was the luxury that we had. But I will tell you for free, I would do anything to be back in the top four and playing Champions League football. Like, I would be happy with any other manager.
We're the only team tonight not in the Champions League. Is that not hurting everyone?
Listen, forget Saeed. We're knocked out of the Carabao Cup, and the kids ain't back to school yet. Everybody's still at home, chilling. It's the summer holidays, and we're knocked out of the cup. We're in a madness. I don't think people get it. We're in trouble. And the fact that we can look at managers who finish second and third and compare them to Amorim. No, Amorim's the worst manager we've had in the Premier League.
Period. Yeah. He's not
That's
even,
the end of it.
Yeah, I don't think we need to even do this kind of, dissection of. We always sack managers. Yes, this manager deserves it. Like, I don't think we need to overanalyze
Chelsea are winning the Champions League with an interim manager. What's going on? Them man are getting interim managers coming in and winning Champions League. But it's about the trophies at the club winning. The reality is sacking managers and letting go of players is not the end all the be all. The end all the be all is the club winning and playing in a style of play that we all think that the club should be playing towards. Maybe that takes time to build. But even Amorim, as much as I don't want to, I wanted Amorim to prove me wrong. But even Amorim himself would not defend this. Amorim won't defend losing this amount of games, only collecting this amount of points while he's still trying to get things working. Even when you're at a club at Man United, City, Arsenal, Real Madrid, whatever big club you're at that's trying to go for things, even though you're trying to get things moving, you still have to be winning a certain percentage of games. You can't just come and say, I'm not going to win any games. We're going to be the crappiest team around, and you lot just got to wait for me to actually get things going before we can get places. He is right now managing at relegation level. We don't owe this guy nothing. This guy is 39 years old. He's come from Sporting Lisbon. It's his second job, and he's taken on one of the biggest clubs in the world. We don't owe him anything.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing, bro.
I think one of two things is going to happen. I think he is going to resign, because I know Amorim. I know the kind of person he is. And he's going to tell the board that, listen, it doesn't matter what I do here. It's not going to work. And he's going to resign. And once the international break is here, I don't think he's going to stay. His statements, he said it. He didn't say it one time. He said it to 3 different news organizations.
News organizations. Yeah.
So he made it abundant. He's trying to get that message out that what he's trying to do is not working.
You know what, though, Brian? He's not trying to do anything different. He's doing the same thing. It's not been working. It's not been working for a while now. Do you know what I mean? I could understand that. I could give him sympathy if he's trying different things. He's trying to go with a 4-4-2. He's trying with a 4-3-3. He's trying to different players. He's trying to leave Bruno out the squad. He's not doing any of that. What he's doing the same over and over again, and it's getting different results.
Ash, again, I don't disagree with you. He's making it clear. He's saying what you're saying. He's saying his ideas do not work at Manchester United. There's no point in us doing this thing we're doing right now and losing our minds and saying Amorim out when the manager himself is coming.
No, you say that though, Brian. There's people here who still believe in him, still thinking he's going to go win us a Premier League title, or still believe that he's going to win the Champions League.
Their own right to believe.
Yeah, but the worst thing as well, Brian, is that
yeah, but they facilitate this.
They don't.
Yeah, and there's also,
they don't. The ownership does. The ownership does. Why are we absorbing?
No, Brian, listen. If our fans were at Old Trafford this Saturday, saying this is enough, do you know what I mean? You know,
Facts.
They listen to that, they respond to that, but instead we hear Ruben.
I don't want my board. I do not want my football board making decisions based on the emotions of fans.
No, but sometimes
we did this with Ten Hag. We wrote letters for him to stay. How did that work out? But sometimes the fans are right, Brian. Sometimes the fans are right. See, that's the problem. This is the difference between me and some Manchester United fans. You guys want to make a decision based on emotion. I'm saying evaluate Amorim's 30 games. But we are fans. I can't trust myself because I'm emotional. I'm emotional. The people who are paid millions should be able to look at the facts and say, this guy's not good enough. He doesn't believe in himself. Gone. Hire another manager.
Brian, why am I emotional, Brian? Why am I emotional? If you punch me in my face week after week, I'm gonna be emotional.
That's fine. I'm not worried about you. I'm not worried about Saeed. I'm not worried about Ash. I'm worried about Berada, Wilcox.
Why did he get sacked, bro?
Why does he?
Jobs on the line. Remember, Amorim.
I apologize to Dan Ashworth. You know, I'm telling you now, man.
I apologize
to Dan Ashworth. You know what I mean? I'm putting my hands up right now. I apologize to Dan Ashworth because I'm telling you now, he saw what was coming. So I apologize to Dan Ashworth. I'll be real with you, man.
Yeah.
It's Omar Barada, yeah. This agent Omar Barada, yeah, that was the one that went out and got this guy. Then Ashworth said, yo, listen, I don't know if this guy is good for the Premier League, you know. You're changing a lot of things around. Then there was a clash of ideas. He had to go. Simple. He had to go. You know what I mean? So we have to put the blame on Omar Barada.
This is not also the first time, Saeed, that Omar Barada is going to be trying to stop Amorim from leaving the job. Amorim tried to leave last year. He said it already.
Yeah, I know.
So this is the second time in less than whatever this guy's trying to leave the club. You can't have that. But Barada knows what it's going to look like if Amorim walks. It's going to impact him. But obviously Amorim will walk. Remember, Amorim's new school, man. He's the same age as Ronaldo. Now, Amorim is 40 years old. He's not with this old school way of thinking. If he's not comfortable in a certain space, his money's long, he's comfortable, he's going to bounce. There's nothing they can say to him. Just like we got this new generation of players, there's the new generation of manager. You see now De Zerbi moves. You can't tell De Zerbi anything, you know.
That's all I'm saying. I respect you guys. I'm just saying that it is scary to me that the ownership of the club are not being decisive. They're not being decisive.
That's scary.
That's scary to me because it shouldn't be up to me over here in the United States screaming Amorim out or Amorim in. It should be them that are paid millions to get it right. That's why you guys are paid millions of pounds. Facts. If Amorim, your manager, is coming out and telling you guys should have heard this. He's probably said this before. This is probably not the first
final.
That's what I'm saying. Yes. This is not the first time he said this, probably. He's probably told this to them in private, and they've decided to keep him. So why is the manager having to come out in public and say, these guys don't believe in me? And he doesn't believe in himself. So let him go. The guy wants to go. He only knows one way.
So who are we getting in, lads? Who are we getting in?
Bro, go on.
Areola.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Midfield free. Yeah, knows how to play attacking football, exciting football. Understands the game. You know, at the Spanish level, at the English level. We've seen with buying players from abroad, it's not worked. Now we've made the realization that getting managers from abroad's not worked. Get someone who's pretty much proven. You've seen in a few games at Old Trafford. You know, Areola's come and schooled us 3-0, 4-0. He's played with, big single strikers. He's played with, agile, nimble strikers. I think we've got a squad here you can work with. I think you look at Kun, you look at Mbermo, you look at Semenyo there, you look at Clivert that he's had. I think he can do similar things. And I'd be excited to see Iraola here. What he was doing at Rayo Vallecano. Rayo Vallecano are a club who's usually relegation fodder, but he took them to Europe almost, and they were playing fantastic football. So for me, I'm excited. I'd be excited to get Iraola, but again, I wouldn't be like needing to give him 3-4 years. Let's see what he does for the first 6-9 months. See if he gets the players to buy in. See what his philosophy, what he's about, and then we move from there. We don't do all this. Give him 15 years. Do you know what I mean? Give him forever. Like, it's an anomaly. It doesn't happen. There's only certain managers like Pep Guardiola or Klopp or Ancelotti. Otherwise, name other managers. Bayern's had 10 managers in the last 10 years. Barca's done the same. You look at Arne Slot's come in. Won the league on his first bounce. Last year before, they had no signings. Klopp was saying this squad's tired. I'm tired. Arne Slot comes in with no signings, goes and wins the league title on the first try. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying the next manager's going to come in and win the title, but what I'm saying is he's not going to get 15th. Like, he's not going to be getting beat by Grimsby. That should not be the standard. How many times 30 games in the Premier League? 29 games. That's near enough for a Premier League season. We've seen him pretty much for a full Premier League season. Have we ever really been excited by what he's doing? Has he really shown anything tactically?
The wind's mad. The wind's is doing a mad one. But yeah, I agree with you, man. I agree with you. My thing is, yeah, when you got people like Rio Ferdinand and that talking about give time, bro. Like, I don't get what
he's a wind up, that Rio. He's just winding us up.
I swear down, bro. Rio, yeah. I need to cook that Rio, yeah. And tell him bro, I'm telling you now, my man saying that we shouldn't be hammering out or we shouldn't be calling for his head, bro. And I'm like, hold on a minute. Like, the stats here, what we're seeing right now, yeah, the improvement from the team, yeah. And I think what you said there, Eli Ponde, is that what he confirmed last night, I was like, wow. When he said you can't change 22 players, I was like, yo, he's given up. You know what you used to say, Musa, like the white towel and that? He's thrown the white towel in.
He's concussed. Like, yesterday was the official
3 games in, yeah. I can't be losing hope of this season, bro. I'm not here to waste a season.
Well, Saeed,
we have got a long season ahead of us, man. Yes, there is only one trophy Man United could probably win, yeah, but it doesn't mean you just go and waste the season. Bro, we're in August still, man. I keep forgetting it's still open. How are we already at this stage here? Well, I know how we're here already because we didn't finish off the story last summer. We didn't finish off the story after the Europa League. That was our problem. We're now playing catch-up now. We're literally playing catch-up on last season. We should have ended the story on Amorim after the Europa League final. But we've dragged on the storyline again. We haven't learned our lesson. And that's where Ineos have to have a lot of accountability. Because it looks like, for me, you haven't learned any lessons.
I think
you haven't understood that, yo, what are you holding on to? You have to be efficient. You have to trust your instincts. You have to trust what you see. You can't just blindly give things time, bro. That's what fans do.
I think
they blindly give time. Not ownership, not structure, not people who have or are meant to be having senior kind of roles in the football team. They don't. You don't make executive decisions as a banker. You don't make these like random decisions to get to the top. You don't, man. You don't make these you can't just wake up one day and say, I'm doing this. You don't. You have to make very, very executive decisions that have come with thorough thought processing, planning, structure, everything, bro. There has to be a method to what you're doing. You just wake up and say, you know what, man, I'm just going to do this. Come on, man. You've learned nothing. Yeah, you haven't learned anything.
What I will say, right, is why I'm so frustrated with the ownership when it comes to with Amorim is, what did they tell him and what did they promise him? Because he came in, he told them, don't hire me in the mid-season. Let me come at the end of the season. Miscommunication number one. Okay. Then you come to the summer. What did they tell him he was going to get? What was the promise? And why is it we are here with how many days left in the window? We still have 2 shit goalkeepers. We didn't sign a midfielder, right? Whether people think that it doesn't matter or not, I think it matters. Because why are we refusing 100 million or whatever for Bruno Fernandes? What are we doing as a football club? These are poor decisions that we might get a better coach and he might do better. Obviously, he probably will do better than Amorim, right? Because I think he will try and play to the squad, which is probably what's going to happen, right? Or if you sign a coach like Amorim, who has a very specific way of playing, he needs very specific things, and you don't get him those things, he is going to fail Manchester United. It's insanity. Whether you like it or not, whether you like Amorim or not, whether you think he's a good coach or not, a man says, I play a certain way, I'm not changing. And he made it very clear. He didn't lie. He said it right from the beginning. This is how I play. So they knew when they interviewed him, this is how he plays. They signed him only one wing back while using Dalot as a wing back. What are we doing? This is not how people say Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. This is not how they run. Real Madrid make it very clear. We're going to sign you, but you have to play this way. If you don't play this way, it's not going to work. So what did we tell Amorim? What did we tell him?
You know what Amorim done though, and this is what I said to people before, is that with everything that Amorim agreed to and everything that Amorim said he was prepared to do, Amorim, by his own standards, has fallen so low that he's also decreased his bargaining tools. Because when they brought him in and we're 4 points off the top four, no one's saying we're going to win the league or we're even going to be top four. But when Jim makes that change, he thinks, okay, United's 4 points off the top four. Everyone's saying that the issue is with Erik ten Hag and what he's doing. We're going to go in and get in a new manager who's meant to be the next best thing. The least this manager can do is get us back and at least into the Europa League. That's something that should be achievable because we're 1 or 2 points off that. Nobody expected Amorim, including himself, to have the most difficult start that he had to English football. So the fact that Amorim underachieved so badly, when he comes back into the summer now, man, them are looking at him like, "Raw, did you forge your CV?" Like, it's not the same bargaining tool as when Amorim came straight from Sporting is the one in the summer. Because you've got that whole... Remember, we're talking about 29 games. We've only played 2 games this season. He played 27 games out of a 38-game Premier League season. After 27 games, that's all he had to show to it. So when he's having those meetings with the board and everyone, they're looking at the 27 games, they're looking at what he done, what he produced with... Because remember, the sign of a manager is how good he is without his players. We know how good you are with your players, but what
Brian,
can you do?
Hearing that, Brian.
Yeah, that's the sign of a good manager. How good are you when you don't... That's like we talk about Ernie Slot at Liverpool. How good are you? We're talking about David Moyes. He got into Everton. That's not David Moyes' team. My man went on a 5 straight... They won 5 or 4 games straight in a row and flew past United in the league. Managers go in and they get things done without their players. And then when you add their players, they go to another level. He just crashed. And I think when he crashed, even including myself, this is when I said United should treat Amorim's position as an interim manager. He came in with 27 games to go. He completed his 27 games. Judge him on that. And if he hasn't done what you expected him to do, just look at it as an interim and just get rid of him. Because even if you would have got Rude in for those last 27 games, you would have got rid of Rude. So why can't you get rid of Amorim? Just get rid of him. No matter what you invested in or whatever, it's not going to be the equivalent of investing in the summer, starting the league how you have now, and then trying to get rid of it. Now we're in a madness because we're going back in Erik ten Hag territory where if we give him 9 games, the next manager is going to have to come in and then take the other 29 games of the season. And this is why he has to go now, where we put 3 games aside and the next manager can come in with 35 games to go. We need to do it. And the only managers that I know who are free, who I would give a 1-year contract, 2-year contract, whoever, for me is Xavi. Xavi's free. He's chilling.
I don't know about Xavi, man. I'm not sure about this Xavi, man. I swear.
You know why I say Xavi for me? Let me just land my point with Xavi. I would treat Xavi like an Oli appointment. Because if you look at what Oli done and what he achieved in that short period of his first 2 years, we should have got rid of him after 2 years. I'm not saying Xavi comes in and does well, and then we still see like we still see like frailties in his game, and we just keep him for the third season. If you give him a 2-year contract, he gets the team playing good football. We start pushing up the league. We're there or thereabouts in the top 4, top 5 race, and then he pushes on from that. Year 2, get rid of him. Year 1, I'm not on this long-term contract. I'm just talking about a manager who can walk through the door now, command the level of respect. Like Amorim as a player wasn't that guy anyway. So I'm not going to try and say, let's get Zidane, let's get this. I agree with the Bournemouth manager. Can you get him can you get him right now? That's another question. I don't know. If you could, I would go with that. But if you can't, you don't want to pay no money. You get Xavi in. You give how much? How long was Amorim's contract? 2 years?
2.5 years. So it's got basically a year.
Years, so yeah.
Yeah.
Give Xavi a 2.5-year contract. He comes in. If he does well, which I believe he will do, he won the league in his first season. You know, he built his team around a midfield three. He brought in youngsters, brought Rafinha. I like Lopez. Where we talk about Yamal. For me, he's a manager that builds around the midfield. I still haven't seen a manager like Oli didn't build around the midfield. Jose Mourinho didn't build around the midfield. Then we've got this guy in. I need a manager that understands the game has won in the midfield. I need a manager that wants technically gifted players that keep the ball in the midfield. And the only person I see is available now to do that for us is Xavi. That's my argument for it.
I don't know if I'd go with Xavi simply because I think he's a good coach. Obviously, he won the league at Barca, right? So you can't really say he's not. But I don't know if Man United need him per se right now to replace Amorim. We need someone that completely understands where we are. We don't need someone that understands what Manchester United used to be. We need someone that understands where we are. And where we are is in a firefight. We are in a situation where we need someone that's going to be on these players minute one, that's going to get in there and get standards high up immediately. Like someone that's going to go in there and be highly adaptable. I spoke to Danny. We DM'd after the whole yesterday's situation thing, and we talked about, because me and him, we've obviously disagreed on Amorim. But what we talked about was adaptation. Right?
Yes.
And what I wanted for Manchester United, so people understand where I'm coming from, was a set system of a way of playing and getting a coach to play that system and recruiting for that system. Fundamentally, this is what most clubs in Europe do. The problem being is that Manchester United just do not want to do that. They say they want to do that, but they don't recruit like they want to do that. They don't buy players like they want to do that. They want something else, which is why I'm confused with the ownership. They say they want a manager, they want the style of play and all that kind of stuff, but they don't recruit like a team that does. You saw what Chelsea did, where they said they had a set way of playing. It doesn't even have to be Amorim. Chelsea had a set mind of what they wanted to do. And when Poch did not do that, what happened? Even though Poch finished the season well, they removed him.
Right.
Man United are not doing that. They are doing we want a coach
that have a philosophy, and then
there's no philosophy. There's no idea about anything. We want the coach to come in. The coach shouldn't be the one. The club should have a clear idea. This is how I want to play.
I don't think Jason Wilcox and Ruben Amorim have got the same vision. I think it was Amorim and Omar Barada. I think Jason Wilcox, because his pay grade isn't what Omar Barada is, he almost has to take a step back a little bit and say, yo, okay, cool. Well, I'll just assess it and see how it goes. But really and truly, I don't really necessarily think that this is my way. But it's Omar Barada's way. Hence why the under-21s and under-18s are not playing our kind of system.
I was going to mention that. Yeah. When I heard that during the summer, that's what caught my mind. I was like, okay, there's a disconnect going on here. Because it's clear that whoever hired Amorim is not the person that is doing the technical stuff at the club. Because it doesn't make sense. Because if you want to promote youth, if you want to do all these things, if you want to recruit players and scout players, like there's a disconnect. You know, we brought in young Kone, and all that kind of stuff. There's a disconnect. He's not playing. The coach doesn't want to use him. So there's all these things that I'm seeing behind the scenes. And then Amorim is trying to do his own thing with the wing backs, but we don't do that at the club.
Yep. I'm with you. Let me get these super chats. Guys, we've got nearly 3.6K in the building. I appreciate all you lot supporting. Let's get to 2,000 likes. That's the target, people. Naz Uddin says, Ruben Amorim, he says, we'll get international break as grace. Then matches against Man City and Chelsea, poor results against him will be the nail in the coffin. Then man walking. Why do we have to be embarrassed though against City and Chelsea, bro? Do we have to do that?
Saeed, I really think he's going to quit. I don't think he's going to stay behind.
I don't get it though. Why do we have to go through the pain of Man City and Chelsea? Like, bro, I'm telling you now, yeah, we're not getting away with it. You know, beforehand, I'd be like, you know what? I reckon we'll beat Chelsea and City. This time round now, I don't think it's happening, bro. I'm telling you now. It's not happening, man. Chelsea will beat us. Man City will beat us. That's the way I'm looking at it right now. I know they haven't beaten us in how many years, but I will not feel confident.
Sorry, we're not beating Burnley. I don't think man understand. We're not beating Burnley.
Exactly.
We're not beating Burnley.
You're probably right. You're probably right. You're probably right. No, you're probably right, Musa.
The reality is this. When I look at the issues that we've got at Man United right now, if this game happened, for example, if there was still 3 more weeks in the transfer window, with everything that you see happening now, Bruno Fernandes would leave this club. It's just that they're lucky the transfer window's closing. There are a lot of players now who are on the fringe, whether it's Casemiro, whether it's Bruno, they will look at this and say, another year of my career in this. Let me just go, because I don't know what they were sold and what makes them think that it's a great idea to stick around and to do what Amorim's doing. And the biggest issue we have with Amorim is this. Amorim himself, he's not even waiting for anyone to tell him anything. He's just like live in 4K. You come out on 3 different news platforms and tell them that these players don't want to play for me. They don't want to play my ideas. Something has to change. It's not going to be them. Let's get to the next game and we'll sort it out on the international break. Sort it out. He's off.
Yeah,
so if he's off, we need and on top of that, the biggest red flag is this. It's not even Amorim. If you're the owners of this club and you're hearing a manager talk like that and you're not already putting things in place to replace him, you have lost your mind. We need to be drawing up the list right now, contacting managers now.
Yeah.
Are you ready to be the next Manchester United coach? Are you ready to be one of the most known people in the world? Be the Man United coach.
Especially, Musa, when they have faith in you. Imagine now, before that game, they had faith in you. And then they're watching the TV thinking, oh, dear God, man. What is it? What is it? You know what I mean? Like, Ash, let me go to Ash 1 second. You must be thinking though, Ash, like, yo, like we've put faith in you, and then you've kind of almost sacked yourself in a sense. It's mad.
Do you know what I mean? You know what it is though? It's a cry for help. That's what he's saying. He's saying sack me. He's saying there, sack me. He's saying you can't change the 22 players you've got. There's only one person you can change. He's saying sack me right there. He said it, like Musa said, he said it on 3 or 4 stations as well. It's not as if he said it one time and it was, accidentally said. He said the same exact words on Sky Sports. He said it on ITV. He said it on other stations. And listen, the guy's crying for help. He's now realised he's out of his depth. There's nothing can be done. So for me, I mean, I like the idea of Xavi. I want Iriola, but I like the idea of Xavi because he's someone who the players can respect. He's someone who's done it at the highest level. He's been there, at the very, very top, the pinnacle, the peak of the game. Not to mention the fact that he's had to deal with all the boardroom nonsense with Sandro Rosell and all that at Barcelona. The Barcelona that he took over, it was scrambling. It was a mess. So I feel like Xavi has got that little bit of experience and know-how and understanding of what it takes to be at a big club and run a big club. Amorim had no idea. It was a complete surprise to him. And unfortunately, Iriola's got no idea as well, and that might catch him off guard. So Xavi's got no Prem experience. But
that's my thing there, Ash, because a lot of these managers walk into Man United and there's that Old Trafford, change room, Champions League trophy. Don't play that with Xavi. Don't play that. Don't. There's no trophies you're showing me here. There's nothing you're showing me. You guys allow it. All of you don't bring anything to me. This is what we're gonna do, and that's the only thing. And again, I'm not saying tie him up to a long-term contract. But the fact that he's available and he's not working, there's not much you got to do. You ain't got to take him off anyone. You ain't got to pay no crazy money. Yeah. You just call him up and you say, you ready to be the next Man United manager for the next 2 years? Because like I said, this Man United position, you become one of the most famous people in the world. Like, I don't know who the Portuguese president is or the German president. I don't know who they are. But you see, when you're the Man United coach, people know who you are. People say, oh, Amorim, you know how famous Amorim is now? Nobody knew Amorim before this.
Musa, the only thing I'm worried about Xavi is, I think at Barcelona, he complained about the pressure, like how much it was affecting him.
But the board really don't.
The board. I mean, our board is I think
our board is a bit different today, though. They had a lot of restraints in terms of, obviously, you know what I mean, the full financial situation, etc., etc. Like, at least now he's got a better environment under, let's say, for example, the guys that have come in now. The other guys, that guy stabbed him in the back, bro. Laporta basically stabbed him in the back, bro. You remember? Like, it's crazy, bro. And it was kind of a mess at the time. So I can't really be like, yo, what happened over there will happen here. Not that I'm gloating Man United, by the way, because we have our own problems. But I'm saying it won't be a case of like, yo, you're going to get stabbed in the back of that. There will be
see all these players as well, Saeed. Lopez being linked to that club and being linked.
It's my man,
If my man comes in, it's different. He's grabbing footballers for the middle of the park. And he's going to be on that Enrique stuff where you lot are looking at my midfield and thinking it's lightweight. It's only lightweight if you can get the ball off us. I need that mentality because I'm tired of hearing we need athleticism, we need strength, we need power. Brother, I don't see that at PSG, and I don't see no one getting the ball off there.
But is that the kind of football that Manchester United fans want to see?
Of course it is. You love PSG football. We all love PSG football.
We love PSG football from a distance. I'm not saying that
we love it. You know why?
I'm not saying we didn't play football under Sir Alex Ferguson. We did. No,
you know why? That's just far. You see me, when I look at Alex, that's just far gone. What I think Man United fans do with the team when we look at Man City at their heights, we look at Barcelona, PSG, it's like that person who knows you can't really afford that thing, so you can't really get too excited about it because you think, I'll never have it. Like, let's be honest, as a Man United fan, as much as I would love to see that level of football at Old Trafford, there's also something in me that's telling me I'm never going to get to see it because there's nothing that's come close. Like, if you can tell me we're going to see Barcelona level of football at Old Trafford, who here can envision that? We've never seen it. So it's something that we want to dream about, and I kind of get what you're saying there. Do we want to see it? Of course we want to see it, but it's that thing of saying, like, should you dream of something that you know will never happen? And I think we're giving up on dreaming.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's all it is.
I want to be a little bit real. I just want to be more realistic in the sense of what we have in our team. And there's so many things. Okay, the manager is going to come. Where's the new guy's going to? Because I think Amorim is going to go. Just
look at what the options he's got. He's got Cunha. He's got Mbumo. He's got Xerxes. He's got Mainu. He's got flipping. He's got Mazarawi, Lenny Yoro, Delay. Like, bro, we're going on like this squad is so bad. Like, it's not like I said, be the best, but I'm telling you now, you can get a team functioning. Bro, if I told you the tools you've got, I'm telling you right now, some of you will be laughing, bro. Like, yo.
Did you man see Newcastle versus Liverpool with 10 men?
Bro, 10 men,
bro. Did you see what they were on? That's Newcastle do not have a better squad than us.
That's Eddie Howe, where he wants to play a very aggressive front foot.
But Newcastle don't have a better squad than us. They don't have a better squad. No one can tell me Newcastle has a better squad than us. They do not have a better squad.
No.
Would it make more sense then? And I want to be respectful to Newcastle fans because Eddie Howe is a legend right now. There, it's going to be very hard. It's going to be very hard for Manchester United to get him out of the club. Would it make more sense to go for someone then that is in the Premier League, someone like Eddie Howe that's already done that we know he's going to try and adapt to the players more and do that at Manchester United than go for that? Like, I don't have anything against that. The worry of bringing someone that's not, when you come into the league, this league punches you in the face. And you get concussed at Manchester United.
I agree.
Start doing weird things. So that for me, it's like I would rather get someone now that's going to get fans to calm down.
I agree with you if we can get someone, but I just feel like because the season started already, we're again going to go in to try to haggle a manager who I just feel like any manager who has a job now, the way Amorim did, and getting them out after the season started, is a bad idea, because we're going to get to this point of it's not their players, they were already coaching, blah, blah, blah. I just feel like, as much as I'm screaming Xavi, it wouldn't be a long-term contract. I don't want to also disrespect him by calling him an interim and say, yeah, give Xavi the job as an interim, because that's disrespectful. But at the same time, I just feel like a year and a half, 2-year contract.
Planning with a long-term view. I think that's the way to approach it now. Short-term planning. Because even look at Maresca, right? Maresca's not a long-term view, but it was a short-term idea that now may be perceived as a long-term view. You see what I'm trying to say? So, but they were kind of cautious about it. They were like, oh, Maresca, but he's got the trust of the fan base now. Everyone's behind Maresca. 90% of the fan base are behind Maresca.
These men all learned the job under Pep. All these Pep guys are balling out. This is why I'm saying, if you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah. And let me just go through these super chats. Donna Duster said, glad Ash is there. There's a live look at United after a historical bad loss. Waiting in line at the superstore. Manchester United. Yeah, unfortunately, man. United haven't a team performance in years, man. Amorim will make sure Man United get into pot 4 of the UCL. Yo, that's crazy. Stevenson, I predict Southgate getting job once Amorim gets sacked or resigns during international break, and Southgate being decent, 6-7, playing a full 2-3-1. Garnacho, Chelsea, here we go. Yes, we remember that. He said, Saeed, you're the problem. You will suck every manager after 2 games. The players, not the manager. It's the players, not the play. What? I don't get what you're saying here, man. But yeah, listen, big up to you anyway. Just Waffle says, one thing I worry about Iraola is the ability to manage the media pressure. We saw with Ten Hag and now Amorim, it's a big part. Big up Mike B says, Amorim is extremely immature and emotional. The moment is too big for him. Coward on the bench during the penalties made him look foolish. If the coach is a coward, the team will be a coward. Bottom line, bring Sam Allardyce. Wow. The guy in the bottom right is the only one speaking, knows what he's talking about. I think he's talking about Elite Pundit. You haven't got a clue. You haven't got a clue. I don't know what you're talking about there. Like and trash, Man United should have a look at the Pim guy.
He was the goalkeeper for.
The goalkeeper. He has potential replacement. How many heard many positive things about him? He'll quit to sway the narrative. Narcissistic stuff. Welcome to the grim reality. That paper don't play. YSC said the fan base can hold that. We abused De Gea and God and gave Onana and Bayandi. We made Oli and Legend cry. God gave us Eric Ten Hag and now Amorim. We deserve this. Sir Jack says the club has to adapt an identity and recruit players from the academy to main roster for that system. All levels should play the same football. Rank the Spanish coaches for Man United. Iraola, Fabregas, and Xavi. Mohammed said, Elite Pundit, who would be your top 2 choice for the takeover after Amorim and Harman Singh? He says, Newcastle players want to play for the badge and our players don't. United is managed graveyard. No one will come here and be successful, period. I disagree with that, man. I'm sick of this notion of players not playing for the badge in terms of like they really didn't care in terms of I don't really bring that. I just think for me, the players just don't know what they're doing, so they're just freestyling. I don't think
it's clear that they don't care. I just think.
Sorry, 1 second. Cunha for me is playing like he just wants to play like ball, and he's just kind of doing what he wants to do now. He looks like this last game, and against Fulham, second out, he's just like he's very, very frustrated, bro. Like he's not getting his way, and that frustration comes from the fact that our attack, versus our midfield, versus our defense, the gap is too big, man. It's too big.
So I think I wanted to talk about possible replacements.
Yeah, go on.
What will make sense? Because someone asked the question in the super chat. I don't know. I need to look at what Ineos will say they want to do and what's practical for our squad. Do we need someone that's going to come here with, again, they have a way of playing.
Yeah.
And it's going to try and impose that on our players that we have right now that I don't think fits us. Like it might not fit. Or is Ineos going to appoint someone and say, this is how we want you to play? This is very important. This is what needs to be sorted out. Is Ineos going to impose, this is how I want you to play? Or are they going to tell the manager to decide the style of football and go from there? That's where it's hard to make a decision. If it's, we're going to get a manager to play how he wants to play and he's going to adapt to the players and all that kind of stuff, then for me, I would try and get a manager that's experienced enough because he's going to have the ability to adapt. The coach is experienced. He knows how to deal with big egos. He knows how to deal with the different situations of football. They've seen it all before. But I don't want someone that's like ancient, that is not like into what football is now. I don't want to go that far. So that's what I'll be looking for. I don't know. Like realistically, that's why I like Eddie Howe. He's coached for a while now. He's been in the Premier League for a while now.
Yeah, of course.
And he's coached for, so he has that experience. Obviously, he's not coached at Manchester United, but he's elevated Newcastle to a point where they play Champions League football. There's a lot of pressure from the fans and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, it's not Man United pressure. So Eddie Howe would be someone I would want maybe end of the season. For right now, what's realistic? We're not going to get someone out of a job right now. I don't think we can do that.
I think you could, man. I think you could. I really think you could, man.
Listen, unless it's like Glasner, maybe, because
I don't want Glasner. I think Iraola
or Fulham or Bournemouth. But again, I worry about that because at these guys, when Iraola came in, he lost a lot of games.
Yeah.
He lost a lot of games trying to get his football.
He was trying to adapt, though. He tried to adapt, and once he did, and he finally figured it out. Yeah. Okay, it was bad. But you got to remember that time, I don't know if they lost a couple of players, but he came in. Remember, the fans didn't want Jones to leave. Remember, he left the football club. Like it was an unusual time. He came in very, very unknown. You know what I'm saying to you? But once he figured it out, man, that was it for him. It switched for him, and you could see the improvement in what he was trying to do. Once the message was put across here, it was one time, and that was it. Okay, Man United. You won't get that time, but you could clearly see from the moment things switched, it was like smooth sailing, bro. With our manager, has the message ever been brought in? He's telling people that they wanted to do what they wanted to do. Like that's, you know how damaging it is, If I'm a player right now, people say, oh, players are the ones that we should be cussing out. I agree to a degree. I agree to a point where if you say the players are not trying and you can visibly see, remember like Rashford and them, man, where you can see they weren't running around. I see Cunha running around. I see Mbeumo running. I see Sesko running. I'm not seeing them not try. So when I see a manager saying, well, it clearly looks like to me they want to really do what they want to do, I'm looking at him sideways thinking, hold on a minute, that's not the case.
But is that what he said, though? He said they didn't try, or the fact that they are not buying into what he wants them to do?
But the thing is, though, they are, because Brody hell, Mason Mount's in left wing back.
But that's the thing, though. That's down to him and his coaching. So he's not able to get them to play the way he wants to play.
Let me say, you study football. You tell me what these players are not doing. Okay, Ahmad had a stinker. Ugarte is rubbish. Mm-hmm. You tell me, okay, Dalot was absolutely horrible. He put Fredrickson, by the way, at the back. Yeah? It's his choice. He put Onana in the back. That's his choice. You tell me what the players are doing wrong for him to come out and say what he said. Please explain to me.
Obviously, Amorim wants to play 3-4-3. Right? If you want to play 3-4-3, you need two things. You need very good wing backs, and the number 10s are very crucial to his system. Yeah, we don't necessarily have very good wing backs. The center backs in our team, especially when Maguire plays too deep. So when you were talking about there's a huge space in the team, that always happens. And this is a long-standing problem and issue of having Maguire. He always dropped the center-back line too deep. So when you play Maguire, you need to know as a coach, you're probably going to have to play a little bit deeper than you usually do. Amorim wants to play a high line. He wants to push up, wants to play a high line. So immediately when you have a shit DM, you have a poor-performing DM in Ugarte, then you have a center-back that wants to drop a high line, then the attack, he clearly hasn't gotten them to work together as a team to play good football. Ahmad is maybe not in form. Cunha just came in and Sesko is having his first start. So before you know it, you have multiple players that have no relationships with each other that are all failing at different teams for different reasons.
So whose fault is that, though? Whose fault is that?
I think it's mostly his fault. But to say...
So how are you coming out after the press conference and almost like putting blame on the players?
I think that's the mistake people are making. People are saying he's blaming the players. I don't think he's blaming the players. I think
bro, I'm telling you now, watch him. He throws the players under the bus. Watch him, bro.
He's saying, I have tried to play a certain way. The players are not playing that certain way, right? This clearly means they want something else.
Yes.
That's what he's saying. He's not saying the players are trash and they're not good enough and I need it. That's why he said you can't change 22 players. He said, me.
That's why he said, he said that. He was basically saying, look, I'm not going to come out here and say that I've got a crap squad and a crap group of players that can't beat these type of teams. There's only two things here. It's either the players don't want to play for me or they're crap. And I'm not going to accept their crap because I just bought Cunha. I just bought Mbumo. I just bought Sesko. And one of the maddest things, I don't know if you lot saw it, didn't you lot see from yesterday's performance that Xerxes is more ready to play this team than Sesko?
That was the only guy. I tweeted this. I said this. He was the only guy that came in that looked levels above.
He looked more sharper than Cunha.
That's crazy.
You.
And
he
Sesko,
levels. So that's why I'm asking. So why is Sesko been starting in front of him?
Bro, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know. The thing is for me, he won't know that because he's got a stubborn mindset of, I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to play Mason Mount. When I said to you, bro, Mason Mount will play, do you think he won't play against Burnley now after what we've seen against flipping?
He needs to start Xerxes. He knows anything.
Man, I'm telling you now, he's gonna go on Saturday, he's gonna go with the man, that gave him. He felt like gave the most energy.
Dalot's probably gonna play.
No, this is his farewell. This is his farewell. All the Portuguese are playing. This is his farewell game. His farewell game is gonna play all his man. Then
he's gonna play all his man.
That would give me a very good indication about his mindset and the kind of coach he is. If he goes in and picks players simply because
he's gonna do a Mourinho. Remember Mourinho at the end of his tenure? He started playing players that he could trust rather than players that he believed in. Remember when he put Bear Man on the bench? I was like, rah. He went, I'm playing players I can trust.
I don't think it's gonna be enough though. I think what has happened with that interview is only gonna make situations worse. I only think it's gonna make situations worse because whether you like it or not, these players are friends with each other. Right. So even if he's like, I agree with Saeed to an extent that, he's not, I'm saying he's not directly saying that it's them at fault, but some people might take it that way, that he's throwing them under the bus. I think he's blaming himself, but some players might take it that he's blaming them. So that's why I think, Burnley, people should not be surprised if we get another L in that game.
Yeah.
No.
But the thing is, for me, it's like, this is why I don't want to believe that the players are rubbish, because it's like, and when people say, but the reason why I always think now it's more than a cop-out here is because our recruitment, whether you think it's good enough or not, we've almost got a new team, guys. We have bought in Dillit, whether you think they're good enough or not. Dillit, Ugarte, Yoro, Heaven, Mazarawi, Sesko, Cunha, Mbumo, Dogu. Brother, I've just named you nearly a whole 11. This is not
you've
the
got a
same
whole
players.
11. You've got a whole 11. And then if you if you was to play Euro in the middle, who are we going to play? Haven next to
Euro and Dillit.
Yeah, you could play a whole team.
Yeah, you could play Euro, Dillit, Mazraoui.
Yeah.
And they're all new. They just came in.
Yeah, you got a whole new back line. You got a whole new back line. Yes.
Dog is new. Ahmad, everyone rates.
Yeah.
So you go nowhere. Ugarte just came in last year.
Yep.
With everyone else. Then Mainu, everyone rates. Then you go to the front three. It's a whole new front three. It's Xerxes, Cunha, and Mbumo and Sesko. It's a whole new team. Everybody has been here from the Ineos tenure. It's like they only been here since the last window.
Well, that's why the 22-man comment from Amorim is very funny.
And if Bruno would have went, that would have been the whole confirmation. This is why they should have just pulled the plug in on Bruno. The whole fan base, wouldn't be absolutely frothing at their mouth at Bruno.
I told you, Amorim was getting himself sacked because I tell you for free, Baleba and whoever he would have partnered in that middle of the park would have gave us a different start to the beginning of this season. Amorim got himself sacked. He should have sold Bruno because he wanted to keep him to have someone in the dressing room that can defend his calls. And I remember Minna saying, if you're trying to rebuild the club, you need someone with this guy, Bruno. Bruno's not the leadership you need.
I think that's what happened, was that he probably knew he lost the players last season. after all the else. Let's be real. You're probably going to lose the players. They're going to lose faith. That's normal human reaction.
Right.
So I think Bruno, we all know the kind of person Bruno is. He's going to always try hard, no matter who the coach is, whatever. It's not really down to whatever. That's the kind of personality he is. But that was where Amorim probably made a mistake, where he backed his horse on Bruno being his guy in the dressing room because he's the captain and all the people on the team, they love Bruno, the fans love Bruno, and he's like, okay, Bruno is this big thing in the squad. And this is where I got frustrated when we kept Bruno, because I was like, you didn't trust your football, you didn't trust your identity. Because when he came in, Saeed, what did I tell you? Bruno Fernandes is not good for Amorim ball. He would not play in the number 10 position. And really, if you're going to play him in the center mid, it's not good. I said this.
Yeah, you did.
He came, but he decided to keep him. And I was like, this don't make sense. For your style of
Sunday
football,
league, That's Sunday league stuff. That's like when a dad's a coach and he forces his son, that's rubbish, into the team. And they lose anyway. And they keep on losing. And man's just forcing his son and nephew into the team. Forcing it. That's Sunday league level. How can you do that at the highest level? Because you're right there, Brian. There's not. Bruno's a 10. Everybody knows that he's a 10. And you've just replaced him with Mbumo and Cunha. So then there's no position for him. Why are you keeping him?
Ahmad is better in the 10, in my opinion. Zexi can play there in the 10.
Yes.
It's just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Bro. Again, this
Obrigado, man. This is crazy, man.
Man United has a way of getting managers to do things that it makes no sense. Because I was it was clear. You sell Bruno, 100 million, you reverse, you buy the midfielder that suits your style of play at the minimum. Maybe you even get another goal.
The fan base is against us, man. I'm telling you, man. Like, maybe this fan base that's in our chat are all good fans here. But it's a large part that want us to stay where we are. We're losers, man. I'm telling you now, man. We are losers.
Guys, this football that you guys want to see, I don't think a lot of fans agree with you. Because the way they rate Bruno Fernandes.
No, but it's not. Holding us back, bro.
It's not like
get it.
It don't make any sense. Like, bro, I see the way Bruno plays. And listen, I don't want to crash down on just Bruno, bro, but the way he plays football does not allow you to have possession in midfield. It just doesn't.
No.
You're not going to be able to play, pass the ball, keep the ball, be able to have high level awareness in the team, all that kind of stuff. You're just not going to have that. And any person you pair him with, and what's his name? Adam always says this. Any person you pair him with in midfield, all of a sudden lose legs.
Yeah. I don't want to gas up Mainu's performance yesterday, but you could see like in terms of like control and like dictating, bro. This guy could do that, bro. Yes, it was.
You know what I like about Kobe? When you're right side, you can't just take the ball off him like that.
You can't take the ball off him. Have you noticed? But
you can't just take it off him.
That's why you would. But this is why maybe a Kobe would work in a Xavi system, because he would get the best out of Kobe because we're playing through the midfield. But really and truly, Kobe, every time he lost the ball maybe twice or 13 times, sorry, 2 or 3 times, but on the ball, nobody was really.
Listen, you couldn't. I saw there was time they were trying to press him, and he would just still find his way out until he can find an outlet. And he'll give someone a ball where they're not under pressure. That's the other important thing about Kobe and players like that. They don't just want to get rid of the ball. They also want to get rid of the ball and make sure that the other person receiving it is in a safe space. That it's because it's not worth Kobe letting go of the ball just so we can lose it again. The other person gets tackled. And I watched it time after time and said, look, he looks after the ball well. And obviously he should do. This is Grimsby. But I was saying, like, we're not seeing that from other players. Like, Bruno came on at half time like he was here to flip and save the world. What did he do? Man ghosted. Man came running on half time. Yeah, what did he do?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. He didn't do nothing.
No, it was
like I don't know, man. I just think for me it's one of them where like, yo, there's a squad there, man. That is again, it's 28.
And the manager, this one here, guys, man. We have to talk about this. When the manager took off, when he made the first the first change, when he took Delo, why did he take Delo off and move him to Dorgu's left back position to bring on who did he bring on to bring on De Ligt?
Nah, he put Dorgu. Did not put Dorgu. Where did he put Dalot on? Right wing back.
Left wing back. Dalot was right wing back.
Yeah.
When he took off Dorgu for, was it Mount that came on for Dorgu or Mbumo?
I don't even know what happened.
But my thing is this.
Yeah.
When because also when De Ligt came on right centre back, something was off with De Ligt. I don't know if he was limping or what.
Yeah.
But when he came on, it's like he didn't expect to play. He wasn't meant to play yesterday. I don't know if he was carrying an injury and he was just meant to sit out yesterday, but because it got peaked, they brought him on. But when he came on, he didn't look right. But I was thinking, Delot's right wing back, make him right centre back, yeah?
Yes.
Bring Ahmad back into the wing back and put Mbumo where you wanted to put him and leave Dorgu. Don't take Dorgu off. Dorgu's still a threat. Wing back Dorgu is still a threat. When I saw my man, Dalot go there, I was like, what's Dalot going wing back for?
Yes, just keep him on, man. Like, I don't know, man. It's passion in him, but the thing is, yeah, I don't know, man. I just think for me, it's one of them where even when we came on, when did we score the Mbumo goal? That was individual brilliance, you know. What time was that? What minute was that when we scored that?
It was the 60th, 70th minute or something. It was close to
70th minute or something. 70th.
Yeah, man. It's one of them where, bro, we're struggling to break teams down. There's no coherence to our.
You see how easy the goal was? You just saw that when you put together some good passes, it wasn't that difficult. And it was a simple goal.
Yeah.
Simple goal. Put together some passes. We never even worked their goalkeeper.
Dorgu was bad.
I don't know. Like,
Dorgu was bad. You guys are missing a point.
I feel sorry for him because there's no one to really like there's like, you know what it is with Dorgu, yeah? All he has to do on that left-hand side, really and truly, is just cross. That's not part of his game, yeah? So what are you else using him? What's the wing-back else going to do in that area? Like, you know what I mean? Like, he hasn't got really a plan for our wing-back. Same with Ahmad. Ahmad's struggling on that side. I don't think our wing-back...
Everybody's struggling, man, then. Everybody's struggling. But my thing is, don't take off a defender for a defender. Make it attacking. Because we've already got too many defenders on the pitch. When Dorgu had a bad game, but are we saying Dalot done any better?
No.
So my thing is, so don't do that. Don't take off someone who's having a bad game and keep someone else on in his position who's having just as bad as game. My thing is, make it more attacking. Take off a defender like he did, and then one of the defenders that's already on the pitch, who was Dalot, put him back in the right centre back position and bring on an attacker. Just add Mbumo into this setup. But he took off a defender. Who was that kid again? What's his name?
Fredrickson. Is it Fredrickson?
Fredrickson, yeah. He took off Fredrickson for De Ligt. We didn't need another defender.
Yeah.
We already had bare defenders on the pitch. Why are you taking off Fredrickson and bringing on De Ligt for when we've got man like Dalot who's a defender? We don't need to bring on more defenders. That was my issue. Like, I don't want to see five defenders on the pitch.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Let me get these super chats. None of these hipster managers will work. These players don't respect them. We need a Mourinho, Conte, Simeone, Zidane who won't take shit from these bums. I don't know, man. I don't know if them old school managers work, man. I'll be real with you, man. Like, I don't know, man.
Zidane won't have this nonsense.
I don't know, man. Is Zidane available? I don't know, Zidane.
Saeed, Zidane is not
too much time out.
He's not coming.
What's Zidane? I'm real telling. What's Zidane actually doing?
He's not coming here, bro. He's made it very clear he's not going to coach in England.
But what I will say though is, you know what they say about Zidane? He doesn't come to a team that's not ready. If you add one or two to this team, he might say, "Yo, I might do something with that." You know what I'm saying?
Saeed, Amorim has you concussed, bro. he's not coming. He's not coming here.
I'm just saying, man.
He's too much time off.
But the thing is, though, he don't want the France job. He don't want the Madrid job. What job does he want? Does he want to come back?
The dude is enjoing his life, man.
He doesn't even want to be a pundit. He's a legend. You think you're going to have him on the overlap? He's not chatting to them, man. Bro. He's not chatting to them, man, there.
You know, Sky Sports had to say Sean Dyche today, you know. Them man are taking a piss out of us, man. Yeah. You see that Sean Dyche video? That's going viral today, man. We're actually finished, man. The fact that, Sean Dyche is being quoted as a Man United manager. It's like, this is where we've stooped to this level because we've kind of made
the enemies get involved. The enemies want to see us low. They've been waiting for many a year. even in our bad period, we've picked up trophies and the enemy hasn't liked it. Don't listen to the enemy, you know. We know who we are.
That's why I want an experienced manager. That's why I want someone that coming in with experience, that has the gravitas. That's
Amorim took over a manager who was the FA Cup champion. Like, forget what you heard.
Yeah, 4
he
points.
He won the FA Cup.
Can you believe it? How the hell did he fuck up, you know? 4 points off top 4, he was.
we weren't good though. We weren't good because the season before.
Though, man. He did that. He didn't even have that much time.
I'm not having Ten Hag revision. We were shit.
No, I'm not giving you Ten Hag revisions.
No, we were crap.
How the fuck did Amorim fail when he was 4 points behind top 4, bro? And I'm not saying United we're playing like they were 4 points behind top 4, but brother, I swear down, how the hell did he? You know what it is as well? Because you know why? This guy was so stubborn, to make it his way rather than winning games. I'm sorry, never trust a brother, that is saying I'd rather win it my way than realizing
it's not flexible.
That's crazy, you know. The guy said, I'm playing by my principle, and I don't care what you man say. I'm like, yo, you gotta win games, bro. First of all, make sure your house is in order. Then start making rules and start doing whatever you need to do. First of all, get your house settled, man. Settle down, bro. Win some games and then build slowly your philosophy.
Sorry, what has he won in his career? What has Amorim won in his career as a footballer?
What, as a career footballer? I don't know, you know. I think he's won some trophies, man. He's won the Portuguese league a couple of times. You know what I mean? I reckon around there, probably, yeah.
He didn't leave Portugal, Amorim.
No, he didn't. No. You know what? I don't think he did, you know, man. Let me check right now.
I think most
Amorim did, because I think when you walk in...
Is he Obrigado fully, Is he like, yo?
I don't think Amorim left Portugal.
I think the problem being is, again...
No, you know what? He's actually stayed at Portugal his whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was at Braga. Actually, he went to Qatar for his last part of his career.
Forget that one.
No, this is why. This is why I'm questioning Ineos though, because again, what was the criteria for hiring him?
That's what he was at.
Because if you hired him and said, "We want you to play this style of football," and he doesn't do it, obviously automatic sack. They hired him and wanted the way he played, and then. Let's be real. They signed 3 players to do that. I thought, with the way Ineos was moving, right, the way they were, all the promises they made, that they were going to do a Chelsea, right, and they were going to change up the whole squad. That's what I was thinking. And maybe that's my fault. I was thinking they were going to do a madness, right?
Yeah.
But that's what the squad. That's what I believe the squad needed. Because if you looked at all the data and everything with Manchester United, really under Ten Hag, when we finished 8th, we should have finished 15th.
Really, truly, that was a
but you know what happens to us? What happens to Man United all the time is this. When you go and look at how Sporting play in the Portuguese league, this is how they play.
Yeah.
It's like we're thinking he's doing something different than what he was doing at Sporting. Sporting, Amorim's top assist came from the left-sided wing back. He was the top assister in his system. How can you have a system when your top assister is a wing back?
Facts.
So this is how Amorim plays. That was a red flag from the beginning. When the number one person with the most assists to your strikers and to your goal scorers is a wing back. This tells you, when we look at Ineos not buying midfielders, it's because Amorim doesn't play with them. They're not important.
He's a certain kind of midfielder, not Bruno.
No, it's not. They're not important at all because he bypasses them. So that's why he believes wholeheartedly, 100% that Bruno Fernandes can do the job that he wants in the middle of the park. If he didn't, he wouldn't have kept him because that's how he utilizes his midfield. And then when he looks at his wing backs, he thinks Dorgu does what I want from a wing back. Ahmad does what I want from a wing back. Then he goes and looks at what I spoke to everyone about during in the break is that when you look at the goals that we conceded last year, and this is why I know Amorim's crazy, we didn't concede that many more than teams that finished in the top 5.
Yeah, facts.
So Amorim's thinking, if we're conceding a similar amount of goals as teams that finished in the top 5, what's the obvious glazing difference? We didn't score. Okay, I'll go and get goal scorers. So he's got 3 of them, and he's happy with his wing backs. So if Man United concede a similar amount of goal that we conceded last year, but just score more, Amorim truly believes with the midfield and the team that he's got, they should be finishing. This is why Amorim's not talking about, I didn't get this player, I didn't get that player. He's just come out and said, these players don't believe in me because I'm telling them to do something and they don't want to do it. So basically, they need a new manager. He's not even complaining about signing.
Yeah. I wonder what they do on Sunday, man. Knowing that they've heard that, I wonder what the training's gonna be like, man. Like it's a weird one, you know, when you actually deep it. Like I wonder
what game's on Saturday. We're playing on Saturday, right?
Saturday, 3 p.m. Yeah,
3 p.m. So we got training tomorrow.
We got press conference tomorrow, training tomorrow as well.
It's gonna be madness press conference for him.
Yeah, I can't lie. I hope he gets grilled, man. But he has to. You know what's gonna happen, though, guys? Yeah, he's gonna basically say, "But guys, you know, I didn't mean what I said," and you know, I'm telling you now, man. He's gonna basically over-explain himself here, and then basically say, "I didn't mean what I said. What I meant is this." He's done it bare times, you know. By the way, where he's gonna switch the story, and you're gonna see he's gonna completely say, "The players are behind me. The players are playing. The players are trying." But really and truly, what did you mean by what you said, though? You can't just throw it out there. The journalist asks you what you mean. You know what I mean. It's
I don't know if you will. I don't know if you will, because it's one thing if you said it one time, right? It's one thing if you said it one time. It was a calculated decision to say 2 more times. Right?
Yeah, it's calculated. I agree with that.
If he was saying it one time out of emotion, okay, he might try and walk it back. But if he came out and said it 2 more times, he's probably thought about it, said it again. The interview wasn't short. It wasn't a small clip. It was actually over a minute long.
Yeah.
He did it three. I don't think it's a case of this is.
He said it on the Man United TV, their own channel. Said it on Sky Sports, and he said it on ITV. That was 3 platforms, like. And he said it on their own Man United TV channel, you know. Man said the same thing.
Bro, on his own, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, you know what?
I think he's going to come up and say the thing again. I think he's going to say the thing again. And because he's not stupid. He knows the calendar. He knows there's an international break coming. And he knows that's probably the time that a managerial change will occur. So that's why he said it. He's literally telling the club what to do.
He's basically telling what the club wants to do.
Kind of funny when you think about it. He's literally saying, listen, guys, international break is coming. This is probably the time to make a change because these guys,
the
only way Man United can show that they want to back Amorim is by putting in a bid for Baleba right now. That's the only way.
That's the only way.
Why? But we need to regardless if managers here or not. We need to be getting Baleba.
No, but if they did that, then you know they're backing the manager.
Yeah, true. Don't worry, Graham Potter will be available soon. Fizz Khalifa says, as a Chelsea fan, I watched Man United with a lot of respect, sometimes jealousy over the years. Day you lost Grimsby Town, that all went away. Fix up. Bruno is basically Abba at Arsenal. People are saying that Ineos can't sack him. He is their guy. So was Dan Ashworth. Would you guys take Sebastian Hunes? I don't know much about him. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to proclaim to know a lot about him, but yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know much about him. But listen, he's one of them where he's up there. He's regarded highly. I've a lot of people have mentioned him to me. So there must be some talk of him. But really and truly, let's get this manager gone, and then we could talk about managers, man. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk, man. I don't know why we're delaying the inevitable. It is what it is. It hasn't worked out. We move on. Everyone moves on. But what this fan base has to not do anymore is get sucked into managers. I'm done with that now. I am just. If you show me something to buy into, I will buy into it. But if you don't, I'm keeping my I'm just keeping my opinion reserved. I really am. I'm not gonna get too excited, but it is what it is. We have to wait and see. Man. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I think fans need to have a realistic view on what's possible at Man United. And when a manager comes in, let him do his job. Let him do his job. If he doesn't do his job, I think we need to be clear on what precedent we're setting. Are we doing by giving them time, Or are we doing you need to show how good you are as soon as possible? Because I think, again, the club is a little bit confused, where they're like, we're going to give him time, we're going to give him time. Let's know what we're doing. If we're doing the Chelsea model or the Real Madrid model, Bayern model of if you're not working, you're out of here, then let's not do this fake thing of we're going to give you time. So fans know what to expect. The problem is that the club is communicating one thing, but the reality is not there.
But I think when you give someone a 2.5-year contract who already has only got a year and a half left, I think that tells you everything that you need to know. And I think we just need to keep on giving those 2-year contracts.
Bro, Musa, remember when I was in London? Was it October, innit? Remember? When we were doing the podcast. October, man, I was in London with Musa discussing about Ten Hag and why is he still here in the international break. And then they sacked him after the international break.
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it, man? Like, it's just like, it says, we just know what's going to happen. We'll probably beat Burnley, and then the reality will sink in against Liverpool.
No, not this one. This one's a bad one, Saeed. I don't think we beat Burnley.
But if we can't beat Burnley, then,
you know why I say that,
we can't beat Burnley. We didn't beat Crispy Town.
This is what I'm saying. Because the Burnley thing is this, Saeed, yeah?
Oh, my God.
When you play Burnley,
it ain't going to be all that, yeah?
You know why I say that? Because when you catch Burnley in the middle of the season or towards the end, they've been beaten up so badly, they're down and out. But now it's 2 games in. They're fresh. They still got hope.
Bro, they got more points than us. What do you mean hope? They got more hope than us. They can look at this game and,
they are going to run Man United down in midfield. They're going to press the living daylight out of us. They're going to put pressure on us. And we don't like pressure. Old Trafford is already going to be hot.
We're going to reignite Kyle Walker's career on Saturday, man. Kyle Walker's going to be like, yo, I can still play at the highest level.
The only thing that happens is if a couple of players have a madness. We say Cunha turns up, and Mbeumo turns up. That's the only thing that can happen, because I don't know if, again, his comments to me...
I said Hannibal, you know. Hannibal's in midfield, you know.
He's going to run all day.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Man said Hannibal, you know.
Bro, I don't even know the names of the Grimsby Town players, so let's not do this.
you know, someone said to me this morning that they rotated. That wasn't even their first team.
Yeah.
Nah, it's dark, guys, man. It's dark.
I was hearing the top goal scorer was on the pitch or something.
They rotated on us.
Nah, they actually rotated, man. I think Burnley, they played as well on Tuesday, but they rotated their team. But they rotated their team heavily, man, for that game, you know.
They're coming to Old Trafford on a mission.
They rotate their whole team, you know.
This is why I want a coach that's going to come in and get the fans on side. That's because we need someone that's going to change the atmosphere quickly.
Xavi, you know, they got a couple of men, you know.
So toxic right now. It's so negative.
Man United has always been we've always been a blockbuster club, man. Go and get Xavi in, man. He's a blockbuster name.
Is he going to get? Do you think he's going to get the fans? Like he's going to get the fans?
Yeah,
excited?
He's a blockbuster name. Xavi, like we begged for him as a player, you know, to have him.
I don't know if the fans will connect to Xavi. That's one of the things.
Trust me, Xavi, Xavi's. You know, the propaganda around Xavi will be crazy. The things that they'll be showing, putting together, the reels, blah blah blah, and then everything will come out about his Barca team, the young players that he brought through, the people that he gave a chance to, how they won the league, how he gave Barca back that pride after Madrid was running the league. Like, listen, Xavi's ready. And again, I wouldn't get gassed to be like, 3-year, 4-year contract. No, 2 years.
2 years, yeah. Less than not even
2 years. 2 years is fine. 2 years is fine. 2 years.
2 years is fine, man. Bro, listen, 2 years
with an option on another one.
Yeah,
that's it.
2
years is fine.
I'm telling you now, bro. Like, you know, if you're not successful, man, you don't warrant anything. You don't warrant it, man. I'm telling you, man. If you're not showing time, bro,
I don't know. Mentally, I'm like,
time at Man United is given, bro, too cheaply, man. You gotta earn the time, man. Are you mad?
Xavi will want to come to United.
You see Xavi, yeah? You see when Xavi went to Qatar and he was coaching that team, did you see how they were playing? Did you see that Qatar team?
Yeah. Nah, they were playing good football.
The tick-tacker that they started to play in Qatar, obviously it's Qatar League, but the way they were playing, I feel they got no right to be doing this.
Yeah.
The only thing I will say is that I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I remember seeing a clip of Xavi talking about Bruno Fernandes and liking him. That's the only thing. That's the only thing.
When they asked him about the Premier League, and he said a couple players that he was looking at. He said De Bruyne, Bruno, and Odegaard.
But you know what it is, though. We don't need to let him have that conversation. We just got to sell him next summer. You know what I mean, bro? Like that's it, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know what it is here with Mandem. Like you know there's like Crystal Palace got told, yo, Elise is leaving, Eze's leaving. Bro, the manager don't need to. He don't need to have a say, man. Just got to tell him, yo, Bruno's leaving. We're buying you a better player. Move. Like, deal with it.
Listen, I'll tell you for free. If Xavi comes in, he's not trying to get Baleba. I'll tell you that for free. He's not on it. He's not on it, Saeed. He wants Lopez. He wants them type of man. He's not on it.
No, man. I don't know, bro.
They'll make it happen, man. They'll make it happen. If the club have an idea, they'll make it happen. You know what I'm saying to you? So let's see, man. For me, like I said to you, bro, like La Masia, if we can raid La Masia, and Musa, you're saying that we're gonna play this amazing football, I might see what's going on because I like what I see over there in La Masia. You know, you don't
that's a whole culture, like Barca, or like they're all ingrained in playing that kind of football.
Yeah, man.
We've got three managers though that we're looking at though: Raiola, Xavi, and that's it. Obviously, Cesc Fabregas is the next one that's playing different type of football, but we don't want Cesc. That's an Arsenal future manager. That's not for us. But what I'm saying is, they're the only two. If you can't get me Bournemouth's manager, I don't mind him. I do think that the occasion of Old Trafford might be a bit, but I think he's got the experience of the league, which I like. But if you can get me Xavi on a 2-year contract, Xavi will turn up to Old Trafford tomorrow morning. He's available. Today, he's available.
Musa, I think the situation is so toxic that we need someone that's going to come in now and just get fans on side. And then in the summer, we can decide who we want as permanent. Like, we don't need to rush this. There's no need to rush this.
That means we're going for a Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Let's not gonna ask you a question now, yeah. That's the last question before we wrap up here.
Yeah.
If a permanent manager we couldn't get it, would you mind a Michael Carrick to the end of the season? A Ruud van Nistelrooy to the end of the season?
I already tweeted this, that this was supposed to go exactly what was going to happen.
Would you mind it? But I don't think we should. It's the start of the season.
You know what Faz was screaming yesterday on his stream? Faz said that we should give Casemiro the job, player manager.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
I rather just
get United though. The way the fans are, I told you, man, the fans are very, very dangerous, guys, man. You see our fan base here? We're dangerous. We'll start saying, give Ruud the job, give Carrick the job. That's why I'm like, nah, you can't do it, bro.
He has to be clear. He has to be defined. Interim. No prospect of him being like with Chelsea.
Nah, but there's always a prospect, though. There's always a prospect. There's always.
But remember with Chelsea, they did it though. Didn't they bring in Lampard for a little bit?
No, but the only way you can do it, Bright, is where you agree the new manager now. So he knows he's coming. Then you can bring in an interim. So the new manager like Raiola, for example, says, I'll come next season. That's agreed. Then you bring in an interim.
I'd rather do that.
That's the only way.
I don't want a situation where I just want the manager to come in and start getting his players.
But the manager lied to us though, man. He said, yo, I wanted to come in at the end of the season. Then he said, I'm glad I came in. I know
he said, again.
I know Heisen said whatever thing, but bro, these man were twisting their words, man.
You know what I mean? He wants to be here for 20 years.
Oh my God. No, hold on a minute, guys. He said, I want to be here for 20 years. I guess what he said after the Arsenal game, we can beat anyone. Oh my God.
This is what I'm talking about. Manchester United have a way of concussing managers, bro. So people need to be realistic with who they want to come in, bro. This club is.
Is he a troll? Is he a troll? Or is he just a good? Is he a good poet? Is he a good poet?
No, dude. The pressure. People don't understand. Pressure in life makes people do things they would not do.
I'm telling you.
The pressure is different.
The pressure is real. You see, I see Onana lick his lips like a million times. You see when Onana fumbled the ball and the camera was on him. I see him. Saeed, I told you. See the pressure of United. Someone can ask you your name on the pitch and you don't even know it no more.
Bro.
I don't know. I don't know my
Yo,
name.
I swear down,
It's
man.
pressure. You see, Cunha. It's like everyone looked back after Cunha missed the shot. The way he looks at Onana, he could have. He was like, you know, when you want to bang someone in their face, you can't believe what they've done to you.
Now, but you know what it is for me? What killed me was a penalty shootout. Yeah, the staff members are basically hiding Ruben Amorim. They're not even saying to me, "Yo, watch it with us, man." Imagine I'm your staff member, bro. I'm like, "Yo, brother, man, he's in the back, bro. We got to show face. He's in the back chilling, bro." I don't know if I could do that, you know, man. Like having a brother in the back, just kind of doing his own stuff. I'm like, yo,
I personally don't like watching penalties.
No, hold on. That's you as a fan, though.
Yeah.
He's not a fan. He's a coach.
He's a manager.
Yeah, he's a manager, bro. You're not emotionally connected to Man United like that, bro.
There's some coaches like that, though. I know some coaches that have been like that.
Yeah, but bro, that's one off, man. That's like when you're in the it's Grimsby. What, are you not watching the penalty for Grimsby?
They were so relaxed. Even when they missed the penalty, they were laughing.
I don't think it's so embarrassing though, because you are already at the point you're watching Manchester United play penalty shootout against Grimsby. Well, you've already lost.
But it's like this.
You've lost. Right. You've already lost. The game was already lost when it was 2-2. It was already done. We've already lost that game.
The worst thing he ever done.
Did he give you positive vibes? Or did he give you
but the worst thing he done, man, there was that tactical board. He's finished after that tactical board. The memes of that board now are shocking.
I saw
one, and he's got him rolling a spliff on that tactical board, saying it's a done deal.
That's why for me, like, again, I'll still say I like Amorim, but the problem is his comments, the way the game went, and some of his decisions have been so hard. It's so hard for him to continue from this point. You know, he's not going to adapt. It's over. And he's already said it's over. So even if you like Amorim and you want to back the manager, there's nothing to back. Because the guy himself is telling you
facts.
There is nothing to back, guys.
Yeah.
That's the truth. Imagine it's like having a girl. It's like having a girl, and she's gonna tell you, listen, no matter what you do, I'm going to be a hoe.
Bro,
you're finished.
You're finished. You're done.
There's no way around it.
You're done. So it's nothing for me to do again as a Man United fan, but to say, listen, Amorim, thank you very much. On your way.
You know what's mad? Because the history now, Amorim has entered the history books of Man United. His historic interviews will forever be played in time. He's concussed, man. He's just done himself a disservice, and I think him walking actually is the best thing for him, because he's a young enough manager to recover. And I said this last season, Saeed. I said the timing of Amorim coming to Man United put him at a disadvantage. The timing's so crucial. No matter what you do in life, timing is key. To come in after Ten Hag, who the fan base thought was one of the worst managers that we had ever had, and he had just come back off 2 seasons of winning trophies. And imagine you're walking into a place where the workers and the fan base don't rate a manager, but you're looking at this manager like, wow, you won FA Cup and Carabao Cup, and you went to the final last year, and you're not getting respected. Okay, let me see what I'm going to do. So you're coming in at that time, and then you do worse than that. Brother, he's finished, man.
Yeah, man. Listen, let's see, man. I think I read all the super chats today. How do you feel about Ange? Nah, too much, man. It's too much. That highlight killers, man. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, yo, that's olive oil on steroids, man. That's crazy.
He had a good first season, though.
Yeah, he did. But I just think for me, nah, man, I'm not ready with it.
No, I don't like
he's also kind of stubborn. Man. That's another thing. He's also kind of stubborn.
But you would have taken him as an interim manager if he's available. Interim.
He would have won interim.
Yeah, he wouldn't want interim.
He would have won interim. You know what I'm saying? But nah, for me, Iriola or Xavi.
Long term,
I'm leaning towards Iriola.
Long term, yes, but I don't want someone to come in mid-season under this kind of situation.
Yeah,
I want next season for the guy to have his players coming in pre-season, clean and not having to deal with this nonsense.
Right.
I just want someone to come in clean, not the mid-season. Get me an interim. It's fine. It's cool.
Yeah.
We're not going to get relegated. Messed up the
I
season
get my
already.
boy then. Call up Rude Van Nistelrooy. I was happy with Rude anyway. Call Rude up. Give Rude a call.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind. Genuinely speaking, he's
Yeah,
going.
give
You
Rude a
know
call.
what he's going to do. Rude, Carrick, United Way, because I know this fan base. I know this fan base. I know what is going to help them heal right now, which we need to heal. We need that Fergie blood to come back a little bit to make us feel good. Then we can bring someone in long term that's going to do a job.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see, man. But listen, people, we're going to wrap up here, man. Solid show, man. Big up the brothers who joined us. Big up Ash, who was at Old Trafford. Big up Elite Pundit, man. Thanks for coming on, bro.
No problem, man. Anytime, man.
Come on, bro. Come on, man. Obviously, big up Musa as well. You get me? Each every time, man. Big up to you, bro. We're going to raid Big Six, man. I got Big Six, man. I got Big Six, and then I got Troops as well tomorrow. So, bro, this is what I'm saying, bro, man. Then, man, like, why are we doing this, man? Why are you trying to man? Do you get what I'm gonna say, guys? I've got to speak on behalf of my United. That's not me, man. That don't represent me. Yeah, I support them, but it's like, bro, I want different for my United. I want us to see us win. I've got to basically speak on behalf of Ruben Amorim and why he's playing 5 in the back. But listen, Jamal Raid, man, in the chat tomorrow, on the Big Six. Just write Jamal Raid, and I'll see you lot in the chat in about 2 minutes.